We have title contenders hitting the lineup this afternoon. Courtney Conlogue is one of them coming into this event. In second position on the Jeep leaderboard, she's up against Malia Manuel, who had one of her better performances in the first round here at Trestles. She's in 8th spot, and also joining the competitors in the lineup, Nikki Van Dijk in 12th position on the Jeep leaderboard at this point in time. During the break, we had this wave for the surfer in blue, Malia Manuel.
Yeah, Malia, style master, also sneaky powerful, so a very good venue for Malia, and there she goes. Unleashes a really nice off the lip, and that's 2. Look at that, Ronnie, adding a little spice to that, grabbing a rail. And that's all by design. A lot of times if you feel like you're gonna bust the fins free too much, you can grab that rail for some control. So I really like this first maneuver, just setting up here with the cutback, but this one right here is all business. Again, she's got so much fluidity. And that one right there was radical, so some progression from Malia. What a great way to start the heat, setting the tempo.
Out to be pretty decent technique, and it seems like the one part of her technique that she's worked on, Courtney, is just dropping that back knee a little more, and as a result, I think her style's improved. But here she goes, 24.5 minutes to go, and never really struggles when she finds herself on one of those bigger set waves. That was a tricky wall to read, but she did let go of a couple of decent turns.
Set there. That was nearly double overhead, so this swell still hanging around, and that's going to happen, Ronnie. That's good news for us. It took a long time to get here to Southern California from across the globe, but it's going to take a long time to leave as well.
It took me a lot longer than it took you, but here we go. This is Nikki Van Dijk in the white.
Might have done her a favor by needing to get her groove in that second round.
Well, here we go. This is the replay of Courtney's 4.83. That is really clear when you watch the free surfing sessions, because we mentioned that there's not just the top men here warming up in the mornings, but all the women out there as well, and Courtney's always on some of those better set waves, so she works her way around a crowded pack pretty well.
She does. She has that presence. She's not shy, put it that way. She kind of commands the lineup. She surfs that way as well.
Well, here we go. This is Nikki Van Dijk. Her first shot at a really decent wave here. Nice first turn, just got a little bit bogged down in the whitewater there on the foam climb.
Form and kind of shake that off, learn from the experience and really apply it to this season. She's matured so much.
She sure has. She's just taken another wave on the inside. I don't think it's going to factor into the heat. In some ways, she's got a similar approach to Kelly out here. She won't always dig in and overcommit to certain turns. She'll still add some points with a nice flowing cut down. But so far, she's really been teeing off on the steeper sections and just keeping it nice and pretty and stylish between transitions.
Yeah, she has. It's just naturally how she surfs too. I don't think Malia, forces the issue with being stylish. That's just how she stands up on the board. As we see a pretty vicious tail slide there, Ronnie. Waves have shortened up a bit with this wind, so I don't think they're concentrating too much on a long ride. They know that just a couple of moves could get the job done. So that's why you're seeing a little more caution thrown into the wind. So Courtney right there laying back on that back foot. Brave, Courtney. Seeing her, she's been very impressive in some free surfs over the last couple of years in Fiji. As we see Nikki Van Dijk up and riding here. A couple of nice sweeps there. And this wave a little bit longer, which is going to bode well for her. We've seen some short rides so far in this heat. But you can see that slopey face right there, Ronnie. That's when she's kind of just going to be relegated to cutbacks. Very cool layback snap there to finish, but she didn't ride out of that.
Sight here, but over my shoulder you've got these priority disc, and that'll actually signify which priority you have. The color signifies the jersey that you're wearing, and of course the number, which priority you're at. Same thing for color white. Now we've just had a switch, as you can see there. Now blue with second priority, first priority with red. That's where the 5 wise men sit. As you move down the line, you've got yourself the beach commentary, which gives all the information to the surfers in the water. They're up there with binoculars watching every single paddle, and especially a priority judge, which actually sits there and signifies what priorities. We got some live action in the water, Ronnie.
Okay, yeah, we've got Courtney up at the moment. Just trying to stay in front of this ride. Nice big carve there. Plenty of spray coming off that rail. As per usual, doesn't get the finish.
Yeah, that's exactly right. See Keely getting some tips from her coach. Malia found a nice one here, Ronnie.
So just gliding through that first turn. This wave's starting to steepen up for the Hawaiian. A bit more committed there, putting the rail a little deeper into the face as she brings it through to the inside, rounding things out nicely now. This wave has a good pace to it, and Malia, she's really varied up her approach to the lip a few times as she gets through to the inside. She's already got the highest scoring ride of this heat so far, a 6.17. She's going to get rid of the 3.73.
Wave kind of slipped underneath everyone, and she scored it. But first, we're going to look at Courtney. She just rode this wave. Nice little snap. Another hack right there. That was a lot more power. She got more rail in the water, threw more spray, but did not finish that wave. And this is what I was talking about. You see how, so I was so impressed with Nikki to paddle because she didn't have priority. We saw Malia scratching to get into that wave, and she was stuck out the back. You know, if Nikki had her guard down, she wouldn't have caught that wave, but she had the intuitiveness to paddle just in case, you know, kind of cover Malia. And it paid off because that wave was, you know, definitely a smoker. That thing went all the way down the line, and she had some big moves. This is Manuel. Nice sweeping cut back there, so pretty good flow. So she's looking for kind of a statement move here. The wave stands up, another nice carve. Malia's got that buttery style we've been talking about. And this is kind of her best turn right here just to finish it up, a sweeping cutback. So I think for Malia, you know, she's going to definitely, right now she's got that 6.17. There's a finishing move I was looking for, Ronnie.
Of a marine base here, so the location was shut off for a long time. Here we go. This is Nikki Van Dijk looking to chase down the lead here. She needs a 5.53. Just looking really sharp at the moment, this young Australian from Victoria. Just a smaller wave, but you can see that Nikki's ready to put together a special kind of ride. The size of this wave might just hold her back a little bit. She's sticking with it, hoping to get a couple more sections on the inside here. 50 seconds to go, Ross. 5.53, the required number. Is it going to be enough?
That's interesting. There's authority behind one or two moves. They don't care about a bunch. So let's see if she really stamped anything here. Just a nice off the lip. Good carve there from Nikki. So, you know, I think the flow is definitely there. That's part of the criteria. You know, you can see, unfortunately for Nikki, this wave lost all its power. And so she was relegated to some sweeping cutbacks. If I had to take a guess, I don't think she'll get it. You know, with the way the scale's set right now, she might just miss it. But, you know, that's it's very borderline. What do you think, Ronnie?
I'm really interested. I don't think she could have done too much else on that wave. She could have maybe thrown a little bit more risk on the outside section, but those first turns were all linked together so well. I thought she did really well with what she had to work with, so I think it's going to be right there. It could be just enough. If she gets it, it'll be probably right on the number.
Absolutely. So right now, Malia is going to be holding her breath. It's out of her hands.
Well, one thing's for sure, Courtney's going to have to fight her way through that fourth round because she's definitely out of the mix. She was chasing a 6.47 and we didn't see her right away. So it's out of Malia and Nikki Van Dijk, and the scores coming through are looking pretty good. As we said, it's probably going to be right on the number for Nikki if she does get the score. Just waiting for one more judge to drop their opinion. As we see Malia making her way up those famous cobblestone rocks. An appreciative crowd. It was a closely contested heat despite the fact there was no huge numbers. A 5.73 for Nikki Van Dijk is enough to see her into the lead. She gets the job done and she's going straight to the quarterfinals for just the second time this year.